features that. The front kick. So today I'm going to talk about the differences between a karate Muay front kick and a Muay Thai teep front kick. Okay, the way they're delivered is slightly differently, and the reason for use is quite different. Is slightly different as well. So I want to start by saying, firstly, of course, my martial arts karate, not Muay Thai. So I'm not an expert in Muay Thai, but this is my observations, and hopefully it helps. We can all learn from each other's martial arts and implement different ideas into our own to make a more rounded martial artist. So to begin with, the difference between the two. A karate Muay or a karate front kick is designed to be used to inflict damage. Okay, so it's a slightly closer range kick, and it is usually performed with a snapping action. Okay, so we're snapping the kick in from here, snapping into the target here using the ball of the foot. The intention is to keep the opponent closer, to be honest, to maybe deliver the kick into the body to keep them close and set up something else. The Muay Thai front kick or teep is more about distance management. Okay, so it's about keeping an opponent at distance, or maybe falling up from a combination and teeping on the way back out again. Now, this is not to say that both versions are not used in each other's martial art. We can use a more of a pressing front kick in karate as well, in the same way that Muay Thai fighter would also potentially use a striking front kick rather than a sort of a pushing front kick. So, of course, the easiest way is to demonstrate some ideas, really, rather than explain it. So, with the Muay or the front kick, first of all, what my intention is to land here with some damage, making some damage. Okay, so I'm keeping the knee slightly lower in the chamber. My chamber comes to about here, then the hip comes in, and I send that Muay in from that position. Okay, so it's here, Muay before I set up something else. With the teep or the Muay Thai front kick, what I'm doing now is I'm trying to create some distance. Okay, so in this case, I'll lift the knee higher to get the musculature of the glutes and the hips into the kick, so I can then create distance from my opponent. What this is often used for, if you just come forward please slightly, is to maybe set up. So I'm here, I'm pressing away, and then coming around with a roundhouse kick afterwards. Okay. The Muay can be the same. It's also setting up something. Maybe I send a front kick in there, and then I come in with some other techniques, and maybe an ashibara or something. Another way we can use that Muay Thai teep is to finish a combination. So we're here, I might come or the roundhouse, and then teep on the way out of the combination to stop them from coming back into me. So I spoke a little bit about this in one of my previous videos where I was talking about the difference between a kikomi and a kiagi version of a kick, a snap and a thrust kick. The front kick from karate then, often, this is not to say always, because we can also have a kikomi style Muay, is led by the knee and then snaps out from underneath this way. So it comes under and snaps from that position. Whereas the teep would come up higher with the knee and have the knee behind the kick. So I'll be higher and then press from that position. Okay, so the knee's up higher and I'm pushing away from behind the kick. As opposed to the Muay, the front kick from karate, where the knee leads first and then we're snapping into the target this way. So the path of the kick is slightly different. As I said before, the knee leads the front snap kick and the foot kind of leads the thrust kick, or the teep, the Muay Thai teep. So for a front snap kick for my karate version, I'll be almost riding up this leg here. That's my kind of angle of delivery. Just underneath the guard, here, just driving up into the body this way. With the teep now, the knee's going to be higher, and I'm going to be pressing away from the target. Okay, so I'm going to keep that knee high, and the foot is propelled forwards by the hips and the knee. So how will we use this then? For for a front kick, I'll be here, maybe I want to be entering this position. It's too dangerous for me to just move in, because I'm going to get connected with a punch or something. So what I want to do from here is just lead with that front kick here. I want to come underneath the guard, see how he reacts this way, then I'll come in with my attack over the top maybe. Okay, with the teep, it's slightly different. Maybe he's approaching me. Okay, so he's coming forward with some kind of attack, and that's when I'll create that distance from here. Keeping him away from me maybe, this way. As I said earlier when I was on the bag there, we can also exit a combination. So I could be here working this way, throw that leg kick, and then I can get rid of him afterwards with the teep. Yeah, so that he doesn't come back in after. We're exchanging a few techniques. I don't want him to come into me now with something. So I maybe come in here, one, and keep them away, keep them at distance. Maegeri, the karate version would be less often used on the exit, to be honest. It's more about an entrance. You know, we'll be coming here, entering the target here, and then coming up with something else maybe. Okay, just trying to set something up with the front kick. It's more of a distance closer, so we could consider it that way really. The front kick from karate is to close distance, and the teep in Muay Thai is to create distance. And of course, for that reason then, two opposite versions should both be used in both arts, shouldn't they? You know, in karate, we could maybe send a Maegeri snap and then go with that teep after. We could combine the two. There's nothing to say that we can't do that. You know, those that say, oh, that's not karate. Karate is just using the hands and feet in a biomechanically correct way. You know, we need to learn how to move the body in the most efficient way. Why can we not kick that way as well? You know, just because it doesn't look like a traditional karate kick doesn't mean it's not karate. In the same way that a Muay Thai fighter could use that teep. As they come back in, that's when the front kick comes in with a snap, you know, to create damage afterwards. So what can we learn from this? I think it's important to try to implement both methods into our arts. You know, wherever we're a Muay Thai fighter or a karateka, I think it's important to take these ideas and put them together, because there's times when the more of a press kick, like the Muay Thai teep, is more useful or more relevant to the situation, and there's other times when the front snapping kick is more relevant to the situation. And as always, you know, I get people in the comments saying, this doesn't work and that doesn't work. Everything is situational dependent. Everything depends on the situation. Nothing works 100% of the time. You know, you can't just throw a technique from anywhere. You know, you pick up a technique online, you watch a video and you think, I'm going to go and do that. This is not how it works. You know, you have to set the technique up and use it at the appropriate time. So in this case, the appropriate times are different for the two different kicks. You know, where I want to keep some distance, maybe the teep is better. If I want to set up a strike with the hands maybe, the front snap kick is a little bit of a better option maybe. Okay, so if you enjoyed that video, let me know in the comments please, and tell me which version of the kick you prefer to use, or the kick that you most often use. And I'll see you next time.